I'm looking forward to this.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Dota 2 Pubcast with Johnny. Today we have DimSum Gaming versus Pantat Besaq.
10 seconds remaining.
And we have some interesting stuff going on.
5 seconds
We have
remaining.
some of the normal bans. We have Magnus, Batrider, all the people who are going to either mass stun or pull you out of position. Now, Pantat Besaq, their first three picks are pretty interesting. Io slips through, Profit as well, and Lifestealer. So they're looking to have a global presence with this Io and Nature's Prophet. So hopefully, I would love to see a lot of ganking coming from these guys. I would love to see Io in safe lane with Lifestealer just for that amazing sustain that they could be having. Slardar now being picked up for stuns,
10
of course.
seconds remaining.
I'm not sure about lane composition
5 seconds
personally
remaining.
as far as Pantat Besaq goes. DimSum Gaming could go with a Shadow Demon or a Visage, but I imagine Shadow Demon is going to be in one of the lane. I imagine Visage is going to be in mid. So we have two strength heroes now for Io to pick from. We have some good stun, but not terribly reliable stun as far as Io goes. So last, I think Pantat wants to make sure that they pick up some kind of utility. Yeah, DimSum Gaming here, banning out Jakiro, kind of noticing that, saying, they've got one source of really good stun, they've got a source of really good slow, and a little bit of disable as far as Nature's Prophet goes. But, they don't want to have more than one person being stunned at a time, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, Shadow Demon and Visage are going to be really good with helping people get out of bad situations. Like, say Alchemist has been caught out of position and he's been, open wounds by Nakes. Visage could, come in and stun, or Shadow Demon could prison him up. But, if you have one other person stunned, then somebody is probably going to die while you're trying to save everyone. So this will be interesting. They have some utility. Juggernaut being picked up by DimSum Gaming. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to think of what the lane composition is probably going to be, and I'm sure it's really obvious. I'm sure it's going to be like, Alchemist and Shadow Demon in safe lane with, I imagine Juggernaut, remaining. Actually. Lone Druid maybe taking solo off lane, except remaining. That might be a big risk now that his bear is 300 gold.
Reserve time.
So Pantat decides to pick up Pudge, so once again, a lot of ganking potential from Pantat. Lots and lots of global presence. Io can beam anyone, anywhere. So it should be pretty interesting. I love that. That's great. What is their other one look like? Oh, right.
Places, everyone.
I don't think Pantat has any artwork, but that's okay. Perfectly fine. So what do we have? Phony Pony, like a peony. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last one. On Visage, we have Pika Pika. On Alchemist, the Impala, which I'm assuming is a supernatural reference. If so, thumbs up to you. Playing Shadow Demon, we have Florby playing the Lone Druid. And we have La 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 La. La 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 on Juggernaut.
30 seconds to showtime.
Some interesting play. Are they going to go for an early gank mid? S7's not their mid. Right? I would certainly hope not. No, he's just warding up. He's going to put a ward there. He's not going to see their ward.
And
We'll find out if he bothers to de-ward that. La 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 La. In Radiant's jungle. I imagine he was trying to block that camp from spawning, but I don't think he was successful considering they haven't spawned. Maybe he was just trying to catch somebody out and get an early Blade Fury off. I'm not really sure. So yeah, so we do have Pudge mid.
Dire's top tower's getting
Versus
beat
Lone
down.
Druid. Okay, so interesting. Putting Juggernaut into that off lane against a tri-lane. We have Io, Nakes, and Slardar. So, for Pantat, right? Besaq, right? I believe that's what it was. We have S7 as Io, the Wisp. Rolling Rock is Nakes. I'm not sure how to say your name as Slardar. I'll just call you Slardar. Annihilation as Pudge. Chaos Melon. So, Melon on Nature's Prophet. So we're seeing a little bit of push, which we don't want from the Radiant. We had a pull there, but now it's a double lane. So they're gonna have to get on denying those things if they want to pull this lane back at all, which it would appear they're not going to be doing. Lots of regen items on Pika Pika. You know, buying all these tangos, I can imagine for competitive meta, perhaps it's needed. But honestly, I've never
Dire
played
structures looking fortified.
a game where I think I've absolutely
Guess what's
needed
happening to
6
Dire's
tangos in
bottom
order
tower?
to just stay in the lane. I mean, especially if you're part of a tri-lane. Because this one guy probably shouldn't be harassing you enough to require that. So,
First
we
blood,
had
folks.
a gank down at mid. We had Chaos Melon, yep, who poured it in. And so, Melon and Annihilation have taken out the Lone Druid.
The
who
Dire
was
might
for
want to
me.
mine their top tower.
I believe he's going to be going bot to assist. No. He just wanted to pick up that Orb of Venom.
Dire's top tower. Listen, you know the drill.
Pika's been hurt a good amount. I believe he's used 3 tangos at this point.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
La 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 deciding to opt for boots immediately. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh, there we go. He has his other stuff delivered. There we go. So, I don't know. Was he just hoping to get out, or
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
He had another gank in mid. Annihilation took out Flurby once again. Now, Pony, will he manage to escape as S7 tethers down to Slardar? Great stun on Impala. That's going to spell the death of him. Phony is going to get away, but at the cost of Shadow Demon. Good laning ward there from Dire. However,
Radiant's top tower's in
their
bad
creeps
shape.
are pushing up significantly, and they don't appear to be pulling. I'm not sure if pushing is what they're
Radiant's
looking
top
for at this
tower is
point. I
taking
really
hits.
don't think it is. They need to start pulling and denying immediately, or else they could possibly be in a little bit of trouble, farm-wise, gank-wise. Though Prophet is the only one with a global presence right now, IO does not have that ability. Annihilation popped up with an invis room, goes on Florby. Florby is just getting the short end of it today. Slardar came in to help. It wasn't really required, but he's going to pick up the kill. So we have a lot of teamwork, a lot of ganks coming from Radiant. Just like I was saying there would be. Pudge was a great pick for that. If you're gonna go for this global gank-oriented thing, Pudge in any sort of gank-centric lineup is a really good idea. So he's been prisoned. He's desperately trying to get out. Melon is going to port in. He sprouts. It's not enough. We have 3 different heroes here from the Dire. Stardar comes in. He really wants to finish off Florby. Not a good idea, though. He's overextending.
Radiant's mid tower's
He
getting
wants to
banged
kill off
up.
that bear, though, but he's going to get prisoned. I don't know why I'm using future tense. It's already happened.
Radiant's mid tower could use a
I think
hand.
commentators like to pretend that they're predicting something just as it happens or just before it happens, but we're not. We're just saying it afterwards as if we did.
My deepest thanks. Ah! Fresh meat!
How'd I get mixed up with this?
Pudge
I
finishing
do
off
all my
Alchemist.
own dirty work. Ow.
That is going to catapult him and Nakes Rolling Rock directly into the top of the net worth graph. Florby's in trouble. He almost died there, but they did manage to kill Io and Slardar over here. So now, Phony is going to be porting top.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
He's going to try to not pull the camp, it would appear. It's not really required. Radiant is pushing up far, far enough. La 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 la. Managing to farm up phased boots. Lifestealer has his treads already. And now he has enough for his, I forget the exact name of it. The helmet. Helm of Iron Will. So, already able to get that armlet. Or getting close to it, rather. Getting on the way to it, rather, is what I'm trying to say. S7 still no ult. We have level 2 on teleportation on Chaos Melon. And they're looking for another gank. They have to have a really effective early and mid game in order to buff themselves up just from their lineup, shut down DimSum and allow Nakes to farm up with no problems, because Dire is far too busy worrying about everything else that's going on. So, Melon now, unsuccessful sprout on Phony. It looks like they're going to attempt an Io stun. Io gets prisoned. The tether is still there. Slardar is coming in.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
He decides to back out. I believe they're all going to back out now. That would probably be the smart thing to do. Io was poisoned. Io was dead, thanks to the Alchemist stun. What is that called? Something concoction.
Radiant's
Unstable
mid tower
concoction.
could use a hand.
La la la.
Radiant's
La la la
mid
la.
tower's getting banged up.
Is is in mid.
The Dire best do something about
Attempting
that bottom
to
tower.
farm up, get away from Nakes a little bit. However, Nakes is just in a state of free farm. There we go. Yep, he picked up that Helm of the Iron Will. And he doesn't care about the tower. He's got enough lifesteal at this point. Florby deciding whether or not he can initiate with that bear. I think he is going to try poking it a little bit. No, he's not. He's just trying to scare the creeps off of the tower. Pika Pika farming up, but he's still fallen 1,000 behind Nakes in terms of his net worth. What's being brought over? Smoke. Smoke waiting for who? Or is it for whom?
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
It would be for whom, because it's used as an object. So, yeah. Melon ports bot. Sprouts up Florby. Are they going to go on that bear? The bear is going to be going on Melon. Io getting poisoned once again. Are we going to see an entangle on Melon? No, we are not. We're going to see the bear resummoned, and now it's going to be going for Io. Rolling Rock, though, trying to come to his aid, trying to defend him. Are they going to tether up and go for it? No, they are not. Dire has already run away. Annihilation has decided to go top. Melon comes in. There we go. Good job. A hook and a dismember combo. Classic Pudge there. Considering, it's the combo he's built off of. What am I doing? So, good bit of rot there doing a lot of damage to La La La.
Two down.
La La La. And a hook to finish him off. Down at bot. Ooh, Io stun on Florby. He's in trouble. He's now been open wounds. It was a free-for-all on Florby there. Pony trying to do what he can. He's trying to finish off Slardar. It's not going to be enough. Are you going to tether? Are you going to tether and heal him? No, you are not. Io, I suppose, trying to conserve his mana or trying to build up enough for spirits. You never know when you're going to need those. They're pretty effective in a team fight.
Getting the business.
Alchemist has now fallen behind by almost 2,000 gold. And it would appear that the mid-game ganking strategy that PB has decided to pick around is being pretty successful. They've already landed Lifestealer a kill. They did a good job in the laning phase, keeping him alive, keeping him farmed up. Annihilation now, getting seen by Visage, I believe. But there's the hook, there's the rot, and there's the dismember to finish him off. Pika Pika now running back towards the trees where he'll be far enough away, and now we have an armlet bought on Lifestealer. Yeah, Io. He now has his ult. He now has some mana. The spirits go out.
Tower's getting the business.
There goes bottom tower. They're going to push that right over, and then they're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep this momentum going as Dire is completely drawn up top. They want to kill Pudge. They're really looking to go for it. Slardar comes in as a good escape plan. Slardar is a great guy to have around if you need to run away, because he can just stun and then he can sprint himself out. And so now bottom tower.
Guess what's happening to Dire
on the Dire side. Poor DimSum. It's at half health already. They try to fortify, but there's no point in fortifying unless you're going to defend. There we go. No hook damage being done. However, Dismember is going to hold him in place. Not do much. Omni Slash going out there to finish Slardar. Good Alchemist stun, long range. La 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 and Pika Pika are going to gang up on him. However, Annihilation manages to kill off Slardar. Or no, not kill off Slardar.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Juggernaut was just killed. Melon now.
Guess what's happening to Dire's
No
bottom
mana.
tower? Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Dire is now the only one with any sort of vision on the map. However, that's going to be running out soon, and it's only this one spot. So both teams playing kind of blind right now, which is really too bad, because if there's anything that DimSum wants to do, it's get vision.
Radiant's mid
That way they
tower's
can
coming
see when
apart.
Pudge is running up. They can see if Slardar is running in to try and give a good stun. It's really just, it's too bad, because it could save him in a few situations. However, it's not going to save both
Crash mate! You got
in
coffee.
that situation. So now, poor Impala in trouble. Yep, that's what I thought. He's going to get sprouted. He's going to get hooked out and brought to death. DimSum is now forced to run away. PB, though, they really want it. But Pudge's hook was on cooldown, so nothing going on there on the Lone Druid. Or, Juggernaut, rather.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
Ganks is continuing to farm. And now
Dire's
mid tower will be
could use a little
pushed
help.
over by the Radiant. So,
The
Dire is in
couldn't
trouble.
hang on to that mid tower.
Their only way out of this is to farm up a lot. Stop Pudge from getting so many stacks of his lefties.
A spare
Oh, those spirits. So painful. There goes a hook, just barely missed by Pudge.
The Dire might
Now.
want to mine that top tower.
Good TP there from Lone Druid. He also resummoned his bear to make sure that Lifestealer didn't get an extra
Dire's
3,000
top
gold, which
tower,
would have,
you
or
know the
300 gold, which would have put
Dire's
his net
top
worth at
tower's
7,000,
gone.
which it already is anyway, thanks to Melon's tower push. So now Dire has lost all of their tier 1 towers and one of their tier 2 towers, and Radiant still has all of theirs. Melon, good defensive sprout. That's something that I'm seeing a lot of recently. It's not something that you would have seen too often like 2 years ago. Everybody was always using sprout to hold people. If you weren't holding your sprout to hold a person, then you weren't using it correctly. But sprout, I've been seeing it a lot lately as a really, really good defensive escape.
That's 4 in a row.
fresh meat.
Got it.
There we go, Dire. Good Blade Fury out there on Rolling Rock as well as the Alchemist stun. I believe they will kill him. No! And there goes the armlet toggling as Annihilation comes in. Wow. Takes out Alchemist, takes out Visage, and now La 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 is next. Will the Impala be caught out? I don't know, it's just going to take a sprint.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
The spirits, so painful, took out most of his health and then eventually killed him. Florby,
Dire's top tower's
what are
getting
you
beat
doing?
down.
Missed hook by Pudge. Forcing Florby back.
The
Visage
Dire
is
might
coming
wanna
in.
mine their top tower.
Attempted stun on Io, did not work. They're forced to group up.
Dire's
They're
top
trying to go on
tower,
Slardar.
you know
It
the
wasn't going to
drill.
work.
Trouble
One of the
brewing at
birds
Radiant's
is
bottom
almost
tower.
dead at this point. That would have been 100 free gold. Annihilation bottles a haste rune. Essentially giving him a little bit of a global presence for a second. Io's ult is up. is going to tether. That'd be really efficient if he were to tether him, because with that haste rune, Io would just go flying with
Radiant's
it.
bottom tower.
There we go. Great hook into the forest. There's Io to make sure that the stun stays complete, as well as coming up so that they can get Alchemist. Good sprout there on Pika. Pika, however...
Somebody's cooking.
Pony getting killed by Pudge. There we go. We had just really, really big plays. Radiant, they're waiting for that bird to come up now. But really, really big plays from PB. Poor DimSum is just getting outplayed at every single corner. They do not have the items that they need. I mean, even that bear has what, an Orb of Venom and a Ring of Basilius on his staff. It's really not much. Pudge already has his Hood of Defiance, and he's getting his 4-stat. There we go. We have Io ult coming in. They're trying to get rid of Florby now, making sure that they get all of that delicious gold, all of that wonderful experience, and making sure that they take Lone Druid out and stopping him from obtaining any sort of gold.
And run.
So PB, great picks, great strategy. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate, because the last 2 games, besides this one, have also been a little bit one-sided. And it's too bad because I love casting close games. And I would love to see a glimmer of hope here for Dire. However, that's not going to happen unless they get their items, unless they play really defensively, and unless they win some team fights. They have a lot of utility here with Shadow Demon and Visage, but it's just not being used effectively. If I'm not able to notice it in a team fight situation, if I'm not able to notice those birds, you know, taking out a few people every single team fight, then you're just playing it effectively, unfortunately.
Dire's lost the top tower.
Top tier 2 is gone. Dire has lost all of their tier 1 and 2 towers. Here comes a bird. Attempted stun, but nope, just feeding 100 gold. Slardar manages to catch Florby and the bear. Good sprout there on Phony Pony. Blocking them, and now La is going to attempt to Blade Fury. However, he's just going to get right-clicked down. Just throwing a hook out there just to see if Florby was up there. Florby, he's in trouble.
Dire's top tower, you know the
Dire, one of their biggest problems is that they have the Spirit Bear and they have Visage.
The Dire might want to mine
Visage's
the top
birds,
tower.
and all they're doing is just feeding that gold. Feeding that gold to heroes that are already farming machines, like Finks, like Prophet, and like Pudge, assuming he's farming heroes,
Trouble brewing at
which
Dire's
he
top
most certainly
ranks.
is. He's 15, 3, and 5.
Dire's top
So there we go. We
ranks.
did see some great stun there. However, may not be enough at this point. Dire, retreat. They're keeping that bear in there. Why are they keeping the bear? You're not going to kill him with the bear. Get him out. Rot kills off the bear. Blade Fury desperately trying to scare people away.
Pretty sight right now.
Annihilation hooks out Slardar. They go back into the fountain for a quick heal. Radiant, most of them on low health. They're going to retreat.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Pudge trying to get 1 kill off there. They're being a little bit greedy, thinking that they are good. Well, perhaps not greedy, but they are trying to catch 1 or 2 guys out, which they might be able to do considering that some of Dire is being separated off this way, except now they're overextending, and I believe that Slardar is going to die this time. Yep, there goes the Omni Slash. Pudge now needs to get away. before he's caught out as well. S7 now spotting a DD rune. Pudge is going to staff himself over, and he's going to take advantage of that. Wow. Is that two dire observer wards put in the same place at the same time? Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. Oh dire. Oh DimSum. What are you doing? Pudge, is Pudge gonna hook Visage? He could have. Nope. He's gonna swing right under the birds there, but he's gonna force staff himself over, and yes, a dismember, followed by an IO stun. He now really wants to go on Pika Pika. We have that IO regeneration canceling out his rot. Except he's also got the poison on him. Pika Pika, dead. Very unfortunate. Like I said, very, very unfortunate. DimSum making a lot of mistakes, feeding a lot of gold, and now... Well, now... I mean, Prophet and Nakes alone have almost 3 times what Juggernaut and Alchemist have in terms of net worth. And it's really too bad because they're getting out carried, plain and simple. We're now going to see Roche getting picked up by PB. I believe Lifestealer will sell his wand, or no, perhaps Sardar will get it. Sardar's going to take it. Are they porting somewhere? Are they just hiding? We don't have a TP on Visage. Oh, they're waiting for a gank. They could have too. A good Omni Slash on Rolling Rock may have done some good damage. And it is up. And he is all alone. But they're just not going to take advantage of that. I'm really not sure what they're doing right now.
Boy, fresh
Are they AFKing? Are they just done? Florby's still going at it. However, whoa, I bought the start. However, Florby's just dying. Yeah, it would appear that they're trying to preserve their ratios. It's a shame. Io calls out a GG.
Dire's bottom tower.
I haven't seen anybody in a while besides Florby.
Dire's bottom tower got blown to bits.
Kind of bad form though.
Dire's bottom
I mean, yes, it is pretty obviously over at this point. However, being the winning team and calling the GG.
Dire's bottom rags didn't make it.
Generally
Dire's
bad
bottom
form.
rags got problems. Dire's bottom rags. The Dire's bottom rags is done for.
Waiting for the gank that shall never happen. Radiant. PB did not lose a single tower this game.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
That is unbelievable. Is that 2 games in a row I'm expecting where it's just been a complete face roll as far as towers have gone? Crits in here.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
I love to
Dire's
see
mid
crits.
rags ain't around
People
no
in the
more.
game.
Ain't looking good for the Dire's mid rags.
But it might just be overkill in this situation.
The Dire's mid
Pudge
rags.
trying to hook somebody out of the
Radiant's got a
fountain.
case of the mega
Even
creeps.
Florby now is just gonna sit there, waiting for the inevitable.
Dire's mid tower.
So-
Nothing now.
That is the game.
Dire's mid tower could use, but the Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
They've been far
Knows how
outleveled.
many that was. The
really
Dire's ancient ain't gonna last.
25,000 experience difference. 30 1,000
Someday,
gold.
The radium difference.
That is unbelievable. You can tell just by looking at the items. They were out-farmed, outplayed.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So, thank you once again for joining me. This has been Pubcast with Johnny from the Space Pirates. Thank you again for watching. Good night.